Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And again, if you'd watched my previous video, I'd mentioned that it's been a while since we've done some inexpensive sub $50 optics tests. It seems like we've kind of upped the ante and gone up in the price point on a lot of the products on the channel. Well, a representative from CV Life had reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in testing out a few of their new red dots that one of their sub brands was going to be putting out there. And I said, sure, I'll give it a try. And so if you'd watched earlier, we had showed you the mid-10 Reflex sight earlier on the channel if you saw that video. And today we've got a different brand. This is the EZshoot Rechargeable Motion Awake Multiple Reticle Red-Green Dot Sight. It does have a 40mm lens, 1.6 inches. And it does have red and green offerings. It does have a Picatinny and Weaver rail mount system for it. Now it does say paintball sights with absolute co-witness. We're not going to be mounting it on a firearm today. This is just going to be an unboxing and overview. Let's take a look at it, check it out and see how it works. But there will be range tests coming soon. And even though they mentioned this as being like #1 in the paintball sight section, they do show this with targets in the background, obviously on a firearms range in the product review videos. So we're going to try it out and see what happens. We'll see if it holds zero and we'll go from there. To be honest with you, it doesn't look like construction-wise, it looks very similar to like True Glow offerings or offerings I've seen from other companies before that actually go on legit real firearms. So let's go and open it up. First of all, I get this little cool Pelican style looking case that comes with it to protect it. I like that. That keeps it safe when it gets to you. It's got a nice foam lining in it. Now I did go ahead and charge this one up ahead of time. And we'll kind of go through all the different accessories. And again, that box is nice just to store it in down the road if you ever decide to take it off or move it out or do whatever you want to do with it. First things first, we got a nice instruction manual here. We have additional covers for the battery charging port, which is, it'll use USB-C, which is nice. We've got a lens cleaning cloth. We've got the USB cable that comes with it for USB-C. Looks like we have 2 different Allen wrenches for your windage and elevation adjustments, as well as your mounting to mount it onto your Picatinny or Weaver rail. We'll be mounting this on an AR-15 and testing it out to see how it works. One thing I do want to say is, or do note, is that it does not have a dust cover with it, which is totally fine. I kind of wish it came with one, but it doesn't, and that's not an issue. It does have a motion awake feature. We'll check and see what it is. Now, in the mid-10 review that we did earlier, that had 4 minutes of no motion would cause the reticle to turn off. I just grabbed and shook it, turned right on immediately with no issues. I'm hoping that this particular model, the EZshoot, is able to do the same thing. First things first, I like the large, generous lens. It's got a nice field of view in it. It makes it much easier for target acquisition because you've got a larger area to view through. Up in the front, just have multi-coated lenses, which is also a bonus. Decent construction, feels pretty hefty, doesn't feel much different from a lot of the other companies that are out there. Does have the rechargeable battery. We'll get into the specs here in just a little bit. Very simple 2-screw mount system on it to make it fit, and it does lock down into the Picatinny rail with the additional rail tension on the sides, which is really nice. All right, so let's go ahead and just power it on. You've got your power button on the left side. You've got your brightness up, brightness down levels. So we'll go ahead and press it and turn it on. Now I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to show up very good on the camera. It's always fuzzy no matter what you do. So that's what it looks like. And to bounce between red and green, all you have to do is hold down that middle button and it'll switch colors. Goes red, goes green. Okay, there you go. And then to change your reticle styles on the back, you're one of 4 styles. There's a knob on the back that you turn, and it's going to change the style of reticle that you're running into. Apologies for the dogs there, guys. The dogs are going crazy upstairs. So anyway, it looks decent, looks okay. It's nice and bright. You've got, I believe, 5 different brightness levels. All right, so first of all, specs, what do we need to know? We've got a 28 by 40 millimeter lens. We've got unlimited eye relief, which is nice. 5 brightness levels. The weight is 4.37 ounces. 3.62 by 1.69 by 2.28 inches. We do have 1200 G's of resistance in its shockproof ability, IPX6 waterproof level, plus or minus 30 MOA with 1 MOA click values on it, 1,000 hours of battery standby time. So it says standby time, but again, is that running time or standby time? We're going to find out. And Picatinny or Weaver mounting, which is all set to go. The package contents tell you what's going to be with it. Right up here in the front, we've got a green light that tells you that it's charged. It'll be red if it is charging. Installation instructions are on here, how to zero it. Everything you basically need to know is going to be covered, and what's most important here is going to be the warranty for it. It says that it does have a limited warranty against defects in material and workmanship. For a period of 1 year from the date of purchase, does not cover damage caused by misuse, abuse, or improper installation. And they do mention that you contact the company, reach out to them if you have any issues, and they will take care of you. Maintenance and care is on there also. Let's see if they mention the battery life here real quick. I'm going to search around for that and see what it says. So it does say that at lower brightness settings, battery life is up to 1,000 hours. And again, is that standby time? Is that running time? Not sure exactly what they mean by that, because it does say 1,000 hours of standby time. And it says that the red dot sight can be recharged and used more than 400 times. So you should get a couple years of use out of this. And again, it's kind of nice that you don't have to worry about changing out the battery, but then again, it's proprietary, it's set. Once it's basically done charging, it's done charging. Long-term longevity of the battery, not sure. But you know, with your lithium-ion batteries, things have really improved over back in the day when you had your NiCad batteries that, you know, took 12 hours to charge and so on. So it is decent, and I do like the fact that you've got that nice generous window like I mentioned before. And just looking at the reticle, yeah, it's definitely much larger than what I saw on the other site that we showed off on the channel, which only had a 22mm lens. So if you're somebody that likes a larger reticle, you want something that's a little bit easier to look through, I think you might want to consider going this route. I do have astigmatism, by the way, and even I find this to be crisp and clear. It's easy for me to use. I don't know, with my astigmatism, it's weird. The dot thing doesn't really affect me like it does a lot of people. Like this doesn't starburst out on me at all, but everybody has different eyes. So it just kind of depends. So when I look at the red dot itself, the red dot is actually pretty crisp and clear. So real quick, we're just going to do a little test here and see if it's going to shut off. It's currently on right now, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is let it sit for 4 minutes. I'll look from behind to see if it's on or not. And I'm going to grab it and shake it. And if it turns on, then we know that the motion awake sensor actually works. Again, you have it turned on, let it power itself off on its own after 4 minutes of no motion. And we will come right back and we'll let you know if it's going to turn on or not. All right, hang tight. Okay guys, so the reticle is currently off. I've just let it sit for about 4 minutes. We're just going to take it and shake it. And it is back on. So it does come back on. The motion awake system does work. Like I said, as for true battery life, I'm not 100% sure. You know, it does say absolute co-witness. That's the other thing too, is we're going to let you know how well it lines up with like an A2 front sight post on an AR-15. I don't have anything that's got flip up sights right now, but we can definitely let you know if it's going to line up with that front sight post, if it's going to co-witness, or if it's going to be above or below. So we'll definitely give you an update on that once we get it mounted to the firearm. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Again, we will see how well it holds up. Again, it's a very, inexpensive, simple sight, but not much different than what I've seen on other brands. So we're going to test it out and see if it'll hold 0, take it to the range and put it on an AR-15, and we'll go from there. So anyway, guys, this is Travis P11, and thanks for watching my review of the EZshoot Rechargeable Motion Awake Reflex sight, which has different reticle settings and brightness settings. Relatively inexpensive, coming in at $39.99 as of November of 2024 over on Amazon.com. If I have any additional discounts or links, I'll put that in the description box, but I will put a link directly to Amazon for it. I don't benefit from it at all. I don't have an affiliate link, but I'm simply here to tell you what it has to offer. And in the nature of full disclosure, CV Life did send me these dot sights that you've seen in the last 2 videos for free to test out. And again, whether or not they work, you're going to see that on camera, and we'll test them out and see if they hold 0. Put a couple mags down the pipe and see what happens. All right, guys, so this is Travis P11. Make sure you like and subscribe. We have a lot more content coming your way. Again, I appreciate all of your support over the years, guys. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.